Now, yesterday, the NIO stock finished trading at $4.21, up 4.2%. Now, something that is very, very interesting is that you will know that just last week or 2 weeks back, JP Morgan came and cut their price target onto NIO to $4.70, which is something that got so many of the new investors to be worried. One thing that we discussed, or which I said, based off that, I said they want to manipulate the stock so that they buy it cheap. They want to do that so that they take the stock price or share price down so that they can buy it cheap. And guess what? Exactly what we have been saying, exactly like what so many of the retail investors have been saying. They did that to just acquire more NIO shares, because as seen on the screen, JP Morgan yesterday they bought 3.9 million shares. Now, this is the very same JP Morgan that, like I said, 2 weeks ago, they came and reduced or cut their price target onto NIO to $4.70, and to see them yesterday buying 3,986,722 shares, it just simply means that all they wanted was to take the share price down, because how do you buy a stock of the company you just recently downgraded? It does not add up as well. This again just shows you that these guys are in the game of making sure that they take down the share price of certain stocks down to a certain point where they then acquire as many as possible. And guess what? When they do that, when they come and drop the share price of these stocks, they make weak hands to also fall off. After saying these statements, a lot of retail investors let go of NIO stock, and I'm telling you, based off that $4.70 price target, which they came and announced, a lot of the new investors, or so many retail investors, I'm sure they let go of NIO stock. But guess what? The very same JP Morgan that came and cut the price of NIO, they just bought almost 4 million shares. This is what you must know about the stocks. These guys will tell you one thing, and then in a space of 2 weeks, they come and do something that you were not expecting them to do, which is buying NIO shares. I mean, we saw the same thing. I remember when I was still investing into SoFi, the very same JP Morgan came and said SoFi this, SoFi that, downgraded SoFi, and guess what? They went in and buy SoFi. So they came in with the same tactic onto NIO. NIO is not going anywhere. NIO is a company that is struggling. But guess what? Yesterday, they bought 3.9 million shares. Goldman Sachs call option of over 1.1 million shares. This is what we are seeing onto these big financial institutions. So many of the investors, I remember on the videos that I was doing 2 weeks ago, I was told that why do I buy NIO or still talk about NIO when big institutions are leaving NIO? Why do I do that? And I do that because of what we are seeing here. I knew that they were just trying to manipulate the stock price, manipulate the share price of NIO, but their intentions is that they know that NIO, it's a long-term winner. It's a company which is expected to do very well, or it's a company that will do very well, and therefore they want to make sure that they get it at a very good share price. I mean, almost 4 million shares at a stock price of just around $4. This means something. This means that they see the potential. They might come in the short term and play around, try to manipulate the stock so that they can buy more shares. But in the long term, they know very well that NIO is a company which is expected to do very well. They know that in Q4, NIO is going to turn to profitability, and therefore it makes sense that they come and buy almost 4 million shares onto this company. It makes sense for Goldman Sachs to come and put call options onto the NIO stock, which this is something that when I saw yesterday, I was very, very, very excited. I mean, there are other institutions that came to buy NIO shares. I mean, you'll notice that there's a company by the name of Trek Squat Investments that bought over 750,000 shares. There is a company by the name of Mitsubishi Kokusai Asset Management that bought 663,000 shares. Then there's a company that goes by AI Squared Management. They bought over 342 shares of NIO. These are the big transactions so that we only saw yesterday onto NIO, which this speaks volumes. This speaks about the potential that these guys see onto NIO. Yes, they might always come time and again, revise the price target, revise in terms of where they expect NIO to be, but they see the massive potential. All they do, they will try to manipulate to make the share price come down so that they can buy. And seeing JP Morgan buying 3.9 million shares, it's great. Seeing these institutions that came and buy millions and millions of shares from NIO yesterday, it has to tell you something. It has to show you something. And those people that were using that statement of saying retail investors are the ones that are owning NIO shares, institutional investors have left NIO, come back again. Let's have a discussion, because what we are saying is that these are the institutions that bought heavy just yesterday onto the NIO stock, which is something that is great, something that shows you the massive potential that lies within the NIO stock. So yeah, man, this is what we saw. This is what we saw, and I am happy. I am bullish onto NIO. The good thing is that retail investors like you and me, we are not moved when sometime we see these big financial institutions, they come and drop the price target, because we know this is their game. This is what they do. And therefore, we use the low trading price that we see as opportunities to buy more shares, as opportunities to increase our holdings onto NIO. And guess what? They will always leave, they will always come back. They will leave and come back. And whatever they do, whatever move they make, will forever be on the NIO stock. Whether they come and drop the price target tomorrow, we will not sell our holdings and take that low trading price as opportunity to buy more NIO shares. So yeah, man, tell me what you think about this. Just thought I'd give you this quick update. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Blue sky is coming, long term will win. Those that are persevering throughout the headwinds, the share price will be the ones to be rewarded in the long term. I know share price wise it might not be where we want it to, but this is a company which is expected, or which is set to do very, very well. I will see you on my next video. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. All these are just my opinions, not financial advice. You seek professional financial advice, you already know what to do, and that is you need to consult the professionals. I'll see you on my next video, and God bless you all.